discussions throughout the day. So, getting into this next panel, this is a real important one because it's the heart of the city when you talk about downtown. And it really, I talk about economic development when we do small business development. You hear me use the term a lot. We are adding the things that make a city a city. And again, that goes into the core downtown because those businesses is what makes your city unique. To talk a little bit about it, I'm going to bring up our moderator. Please welcome Rachel Lockway. She is the principal planner for the city of Williston.
Thanks, Sean. It's really nice to see everybody in person again. So I'm Rachel Lockway. I'm the principal planner with the city of Williston. I was going to make a really good joke about how we're going to get the party started and move right into drinks, but apparently we're going to have to depend on our legislative committee to get the party started, so the pressure's on you guys. So our panelists today are Angela Scogan, owner of Cooks on Main, and the founding president of the Downtowners Association. Can you give a little wave? Perfect. John Geierman, who's the current vice president of the Downtowners Association. Carrie Howe, the owner of Exhale Yoga, who just moved downtown last Saturday. Yeah. And Caitlin Pillai, city communications strategist. So I want to talk a little bit about downtown Williston. We have undergone massive changes in the last 10 years. In 2014 and 2015, the city completed a downtown plan. We started a Main Street reconstruction project, which you can see the beautiful results of out front, and conducted a downtown parking study. In that same time frame, the Downtowners Association became a 501c3, C6, I believe, actually, created Summer Nights on Main, and grew the farmers market. And in the years since, the downtown has grown, added businesses, and become a real hub for the community of Williston. By one metric, which is the Renaissance Zone, which is a local and state tax abatement program, it has led to about $19 million in added assessed value to the city in exchange for under $2 million in property tax abatement. Summer Nights on Main has grown to an event that draws almost 3,000 people a week downtown on Thursday nights. Businesses have moved downtown and created a walkable, vibrant downtown. So today we're going to look at where downtown was, how it's grown, and what we're looking forward to. So I'm going to start with our most established business owner, Angela. What drew you to open a business downtown?
Can you guys all hear me, or do I need a mic? I'm good? Okay. I moved back in 2010 to start Cooks on Main, and it was a no-brainer for me to be in downtown. You know, coming from Minneapolis after spending 10 years away from Williston, I really wanted to come back to the heart of the city, be close to the financial teams. You know, there was lots of businesses, and there was a great opportunity to actually purchase and renovate a business in downtown. Growing up in Williston, I remember walking store to door in the holiday seasons and shopping and knowing your neighbors and supporting the other small businesses. So when I looked at owning a store back home, for me it was a really easy decision to move back to the heart of Williston and in the downtown to be part of that kind of resurgent as the oil industry was starting as a new business owner. So it was pretty easy, and I'm really glad I'm still here doing the same thing.
Awesome. Okay, and then from a different perspective, Carrie, you're a brand new downtown business owner. What made you move down here?
I am. Okay, well, I would just say that we're really grateful for the opportunity to be downtown. Some of the downtown events, like the farmers market, are things we really just couldn't pass up. They align with our vision of holistic wellness and overall wellness. And then, you know, doubling in square footage will help us to connect with groups within the community that could use our support from a meditation standpoint. We've reached out to the police department, fire department about hosting classes for first responders. And otherwise, we're just here to support other community wellness efforts.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Downtowners. I'm going to have you guys talk about the Downtowners, I guess. Angela, you were the founding president of the Downtowners Association. Can you talk a little bit about what that meant and why you felt it was important?
Yeah, so about 10 years ago, a group of us, well, I might be the founding president of the Downtowners. I would say there was a core 6 to 8 of us that really just started meeting on a weekly and monthly basis to say, how do we grow? How do we support each other as the oil industry was continuing to grow and get our name out into a lot of new community members that says, hey, we're here to support you as a family and to provide services for you as your family. And so as a group, we really started brainstorming, what are the things we can do? What are the things that you like in other communities that we could bring back? And so first and foremost, that first year, within the first 3 months, we actually started our holiday stroll, which is usually the first or second weekend in December. We stay open late at night. We have great giveaways. It's kid friendly. You know, we've really grown it. We've done sleigh rides. And so that was where it really started as a group, just brainstorming as business owners and as institutions. Like we had the banks involved and the trusts involved. And so it was a wide variety of businesses and said, how do we support our community? How do we create excitement for the family and really support the shopping local effort? And from there, it really grew. I mean, we started brainstorming, I think Summer Nights on Main. Deb, I'm looking at you. I want to say it took us 3 years to fully get that off the ground. And it really took a lot of different moving pieces, not only from the city and the state side, but local business owners, the police force, and really, you know, working with lots of different groups to say, how do we create these events that can be successful and sustainable? So when I moved back, I knew I wanted to be part of that driving force to say, like, how do we bring these fun and new excitement ideas to our downtown? And after being here 10 years, you know, I'm really looking forward to the next 10 years. So what are the new business owners are going to do? Or look at where we've come since 2010, Deb. I mean, I keep looking at you because we spent so many hours together, is how much we've really gained over the last 10 years for not only events, but new businesses. I can only imagine what the next 10 years are really going to look like. It's pretty exciting.
And on that note, John, do you want to talk about the last maybe couple years and kind of where the Downtowners is going from here?
Of course. I want to thank Angela and Debbie and our other founding members who started Williston Downtowners Association for giving us that blueprint. Each year we strive to put more investment into those events to make Summer Nights on Main bigger. We've included the Art and Wine Walk, which is another event that the community has come out to support and looks forward to. The Main Street Market, the Farmers Market. We have our vendors and small businesses also looking forward to that. Again, this is all pre-COVID, and then when COVID hit, we still had all these vendors reaching out to us, asking what can we do, and everything like that. And we're listening, and we're going full forward 2021 to bring those events back. We looked at the downtown and the remodeling that went in your store, Angela, Cooks on Main, Grace and Glam, and then the movie theater. That inspired us pre-COVID to start thinking of ways to implement a facade renewal program. Again, we had to put some of those plans on hold, but we do want to move forward with that. We are planning for that. So just more events, more ways to help the businesses downtown to get involved, more ways to help small businesses, and just we love that community support that we're getting, and we hope to continue to improve it those next 10 years, like Angela said.
And so one of the themes that the mayor talked about during the State of the City address is partnerships, right? And the Downtowners and the city have had a valuable partnership over the years. And we have a lot of projects, and some of them are more city-focused. And so I'm going to ask Caitlin, you sit on a number of committees dealing with the downtown, including the 4th Street Art Corridor project. Can you talk about that project a bit and what you think it adds to the downtown and the community in general?
Sure. I'm a little soft-spoken, so I'll use the microphone. But as a backstory, the 4th Street West Cultural Corridor, it was identified, I think, in the 2014 downtown plan to connect this Main Street area past Main Street with the old Armory, all the way down to Recreation Park and over to the James Memorial Art Center. To have this cultural corridor connecting these different areas. And recently we've identified just one section of this to focus on, and that runs from Main Street to 2nd Avenue West. And it's part of a state-awarded urban grant program. And as part of that program, the state of North Dakota awarded the city of Williston approximately $204,000 to help fund this project, and has recently offered an additional $275,000. And this funding will be managed by the North Dakota Department of Transportation, but as the city's role is really to fix sidewalks, install trees, lighting, everyone's favorite curb bulb outs, really to enhance this area. Because if you look at 4th Street now, from a pedestrian perspective, people don't really walk there. It's very open. There's the parking lot. It's not really drawing people from Recreation Park to downtown and vice versa. And the goal of this project really is to make this area walkable and inviting. And I think that's what these kinds of projects bring to a downtown. Really, if any of you have listened to any of the Main Street summits from Governor Burgum, it's really engagement and revitalization. I think those are the two key components of a project like this, that you're involving the community in different ways. With the 4th Street Cultural Corridor, we're inviting individuals to participate from an art perspective, whether it's a mural, a mosaic, custom-made benches, whatever that might be, but also looking at how can we bring in the community who maybe they don't think they're an artist. You know, if it's a mural that we can do, how can, say, the younger generation or the older generation then participate in a project like that? I think these kinds of projects, they need community engagement. Otherwise, it can't happen in a vacuum. The community needs to be involved to identify with these projects. And again, that idea of revitalization, bringing people to downtown. They want to come. They want to see this area. Maybe it has a giant pink paddlefish. We've joked with Bob Hansen that that's going to be in the park, and he's not super happy about that idea, but it could be a possibility. Imagine a giant pink paddlefish over there, that being even a tourist attraction, that bringing people to downtown. They want to see it. They want to take pictures with it and explore that area, and then potentially from that, exploring the rest of downtown, spending their money here in Williston, supporting local businesses, and it all kind of interconnecting that way.
And on that note, John, the Downtowners did a piano project a couple of years ago that got a lot of great reviews, including the fact that I'm still getting calls about whether we can accept pianos. Yes. Would you like to talk about that a little bit and what kind of engagement the Downtowners saw from a project like that public art project?
It was incredible. We weren't expecting as much engagement as we got.
I apologize. Can you use the microphone,
Yeah.
all of you, just because of the live stream?
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. We were surprised at the engagement that we got from that piano project. Not exactly sure where the idea started, but we sought out pianos to be donated. We arranged to pick them up. We prepped them for our artists, and one Saturday when the weather was good, we said, hey, come down, put some art on there. They'll be placed at certain spots around the city. We strategically placed them, and they'll be there, and anyone can come play on them during the summer. It's nice to walk around downtown to hear music there. Whenever I heard music, I could see a little kid playing there, having the greatest time. So it was great to see the different types of art that were on there. And while the artists were making it, people could walk around and see them actually making the art, looking at the process, talking to the artists, and engaging and interacting with that. So that was a perfect project. We would like to replicate something similar to that in the future, maybe doing another piano project, but something art-based. I would like to see us bring more art downtown because of that reason. I think that the community doesn't know what it's missing without having art and different projects like that in our lives every day. I think the more that we see it, the more we come to love it, the more we engage with it, the more we enjoy the atmosphere of being downtown. And that's our goal, is to bring more people downtown, spend time there, go see a movie, go eat, just have a good time, enjoy our time here in Williston.
Hey, Angela, have you noticed a difference when there is a public art project going on downtown as far as numbers of individuals walking around, interacting with the downtown? Can you just talk about the value you see as a business owner in projects like that and events like Art and Wine Walk or Summer Nights on Main?
Absolutely. So the thing that was really exciting with the art specifically, so I'll talk a little bit about the piano, is on Saturdays, we'll have people walking from the farmer's market to stores, but you would definitely see people sitting down, talking, checking out the artist, maybe the theme of the piano, and enjoying that. So it was definitely a topic of conversation as you listen to people walking on the street, or they hadn't been from Williston, like, hey, what's with the pianos? Like, tell me a little about it. Like, how long do you guys do that? Is it just for the season? So it was definitely a really nice engagement for not only people from outside of Williston talking to maybe visitors that live here, or talking to store owners. So that's always great to see that kind of a conversation happening. But there is an immediate impact with any kind of event with traffic in the businesses, or at least in my business, we've definitely seen. So whether it be Summer Nights on Main, proving to the younger business owners or those around, like, hey, you can stop and walk and shop at the same time, and you can check out those stores that maybe you haven't been in for 6 months. Maybe they have a new line, or maybe a new ownership in the business. And so having that constant turn of events that are happening, like Summer Nights on Main, Art and Wine Walk, Farmers Market, maybe it's a grand opening. We've had businesses do a style show downtown. We've had grand openings just last weekend at Exhale Yoga, that you had people that were walking and saying, like, hey, I was down for this event, but I hadn't had a chance to walk through downtown. How nice it is to see stuff that's new. So it's an instant gratification to see those new customers walking through. And if you build that habit of having events and things changing and exciting things for them to look, it really creates that pattern of shopping in our district and that frequency, so that as people are thinking about Mother's Day right around the corner, or a birthday or Father's Day, you know what, I saw something in that store down the block. I don't remember the name of the store, but I'll be in and I can check it out. And that's what we're really seeing happen over the last 10 years with all of these events and art projects happening, is we're seeing that frequency of our local shoppers and those from outside and the surrounding communities really looking at Williston as a great place to stop first. And I think COVID was a great example. While so many stores were closed, and that is very difficult to handle, even as a veteran store like myself, those local shoppers and those regional shoppers definitely still reached out and said, hey, I know you may not be open, but can I get this from you? How can I still shop from you? How can we still support you? And I think that's a testament over the last 10 years of what a lot of people in this room have really built and supported in our community.
So I want to talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to in the downtown. And then we're going to go back and talk about why downtown is so important to each of you individually. But let's talk about what you're looking forward to. Say the next summer. What are you looking forward to this summer? Start at Angela and work our way this way.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the new business owners really spread their wings. We've had businesses that have changed ownership because of life changes in that owner. So we have new owners. We have new businesses that haven't even been here a year. We have a business that's here for a week. I'm really excited to see the next summer what that new blood of entrepreneurship is going to bring to our downtown, with new ideas, new excitement, and new clientele.
I'm excited for all the events that are going to happen. I mean, Summer Nights on Main, everyone's been waiting for that. We're planning for it. It should be a great time. I'm excited for the Art and Wine Walk coming up June 3rd. Again, that's another great event. Overall, I would like to bring more art downtown, like we've talked about. In the future, that's my plan and my goal for the downtowners. I just love interacting with it every day. I'd love to see it downtown. And seeing that impact, like Angela was talking about, people making a habit of, oh, let's go downtown to eat. Oh, let's stop off, see this artwork that just happened here. Oh, while we're walking, look at that new store there. Look at Cooks on Main. Maybe I can go pick up that thing that I was looking at on Amazon. Well, I can get it right now. Building that habit of spending time downtown takes a full effort, and I think art is a vital part of that. So yeah, I would love to see more art downtown.
Just listening to everybody speak up here, it sounds like a really healthy environment, a healthy community, and that's what we're after at Exhale, body, mind, and heart. So really proud to be a part of this, really excited for the opportunity. I second the live events taking place. And we're also really excited to just start to build relationships with other downtown business owners, associations like the Downtowners, and see how we can be of support to the community.
I'd also like to note that Carrie's noted that we're going to do a farmers market collaboration, right? Yes, we are. Yeah.
Yeah, just echoing kind of what's been said. Really excited for events to come back. You know, last summer, it was a different summer for everyone, and to see that, you know, summer nights on Main's on the schedule, the Main Street Market, to just know that those are coming back up, and the energy that that brings downtown, that's really something I've been looking forward to. And again, yeah, new businesses downtown, see how they bloom, how people are then drawn to downtown, especially if maybe they don't really frequent downtown. And like John, I'd like to see more art. You know, I'm a little biased with some of my projects, but yeah, that art concept and the 4th Street Art Corridor, seeing what that can become and how that again draws additional people downtown. I'm excited for that.
Should also be noted that Caitlin won a Main Street Initiative Award this year for her project of covering the electrical boxes in town with the artwork around town. That is all Caitlin. Okay, so I'm gonna close this a little early, so we have some time for questions, but I want each of you really quickly to explain why you think downtowns are so important to a city, particularly Williston.
I think downtowns are vital for a city. It's the history, it's the heart. It always continues on. Whatever happens in a city comes and goes. The downtown will always exist, and it will always be here. And so I love being part of that kind of heart of Williston that will ever change but ever be present.
I think downtowns are the start, and they create culture for a city. I think with the mix of businesses, people down there, things to do, art that grows from there, like I said, it's culture. So you get to learn a city and the people through the downtowns and what you see going on down there, the events, the culture, the food that you can experience. It tells a story, it tells a history of the city, and that's why downtowns are so vital.
I think downtown is alive. We like to keep it that way to enhance a better way of living, a better lifestyle, overall healthy community.
I'd say for Williston in particular, you look at where the train station is located and how Williston grew from that industry. People came to Williston via rail, and really the downtown area represents that historical connection and also that continued heart of Williston, that sort of critical mass where there are cultural activities, commercial activities, those events, and it's great to see that it's alive and well.
Awesome. All right, we can take any questions if there are any. I'm going to do the same squint to the audience I saw a couple people do earlier with the lights. Okay. Thank you to our panelists. We really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.